What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. So I want to focus in on the Nashville Predators, having Barry Trotz come home for the first time since he was fired this summer and took the Washington Capitals head coaching job. He's doing a fantastic job in Washington. The Capitals are really buying into his system. They're in a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference, and his successor, Peter Laviolette, is doing an absolutely bang-up job in Nashville, as the Predators have the best record in the NHL and are really doing some great things. I know Pekka Rinne's hurt, and that's going to be some adversity, but we'll see how they respond to that. And tonight's game, Friday night's game, this will be a big test, and see how they respond to the adversity of losing their franchise goalie and a guy who's not only Vezina candidate, but possible MVP candidate at this point in the season. Really a tough draw. But for Trotz, I'm sure it's an emotional night. He was the Predators' first head coach. He was there for the first 16 years, and Laviolette's done a fantastic job this year. But you can't undermine what he did for the 16 years he was there. Really taking the expansion team in a small market that really wasn't making a ton of money and making them a perennial playoff team. Every year they were in the playoff. The last couple of years, I know they missed it his last 2 years, but they went in the second round of the playoffs twice. They lost Suter, they had that kind of rough off season, but that off season they were able to retain Weber and Pekka Rinne, and because of that, because Dave Poile was joining on the spot with that, they have to have the success they are now. And so many of the guys in Nashville, were coached by Trotz. He was their first coach in the NHL. You look at Weber and you obviously Rinne, the aforementioned guys, but Colin Wilson, guys like that, really grew under him as a player and are now taking their games to new heights. And you can't undermine what he did for hockey in the city of Tennessee, in the city of Nashville, in the state of Tennessee. Whoops. But you just look at what he did there, and where the team's going now, and again, without Trotzy, they wouldn't be in this position. He guided them through some rough times financially, and was able to put get the most out of a team that wasn't really a big budget team, for a number of years. Now Nashville's seems to be operating in the black, so they're doing some big time things, and Trotzy's doing some big things in Washington, so I think it's going to be an emotional homecoming. But bottom line for both the Predators and for Trotz, it's all about getting those 2 points. You want to get those 2 points, get the win, and move on. I'm sure Trotz will be happy to be back, but at the same time, happier to get a win. And likewise, the fans in Nashville will, I'm sure, be nothing but courteous and classy to their first ever head coach. But when the puck drops, it's about getting a win against the Capitals, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's like this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Barry Trotz's homecoming in Nashville. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.